What is going on, guys? This is Liam from NLS Racing to Gaming. Today we're playing a little bit more F1 2012, and first of all, guys, I'm sorry that I haven't posted any in a couple of days. I've been trying to get other footage and stuff, and I couldn't get my laptop to pick up my blue snowball, things like that. Bit of problems really, but hopefully we can have a first good game. First game I've played in about 3 days, I think, or something. Because the last video I used was some old footage, but here we are, guys. We're on the Indian circuit today, so I haven't ever played it on the multiplayer before, so this is going to be interesting. Getting taken out by a Mercedes there for the first corner, not particularly great. Let's try and brake nice and early now for this corner, because I said I don't know this layout at all. Seems to be going a little bit wide down, to correct myself a bit on the exit. Car, is it Ferrari there, with someone going very, very wide, and now loads of cars spinning out madly as the Mercedes seem to take out another, well, one of his own brothers. Oof, God, some dick trying to break into me to give me a penalty. Seemed like it worked as well. Oh, yeah, it's a good start. Alright, guys, well, here we go. We're going to keep this footage rolling because we haven't done this before this track, so let's just see what we can do. We've got Flaunt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in front of us. Sorry, my voice is a bit different at the moment, guys. I've got a bit of a cold, so it's not been a great day, to be perfectly honest, but nonetheless, we're going to try as much as we can. So this section is pretty difficult because you can do it a lot faster and a lot better than I am. But as I said, I haven't played it before, so I know that you can. I played it on 11, was it? I can't remember. And I know you can take it quite quickly, but without feathering as much as I do. But at the moment, as I said, I'm just trying to get my feet on this, so this is difficult. So what we're going to do, not going to brake for this corner, because I don't think you need to. Back end stepping out just a tad. Braking now underneath the DHL board, and then pushing all the car all the way to the left hand side of the circuit, using all the apex on the left hand side of the circuit, and then braking nice on the outside of the right to try and swing the car around for the end of the first lap. We've got a Mercedes all over our gearbox at the moment. Looks like it's going to go for a pass. Now I've got the inside line, so I'm not going to brake early for the corner, but we're going to see if we can out brake him into it, which we do alright, considering he was out of position for that, which is nice clean racing from him. Don't know what to do on this one. I'm going to try and take a nice inside line so that he blocks himself out. I seem to overshoot myself a little bit and end up on the gravel track, giving him second place, but that's alright. Third place is still not too bad for the first time we've played this, so we'll keep going. I've got Shoko Muggy coming up pretty quickly now. He's lost his wing, I think, probably from that other guy in the Mercedes who was not a very nice driver, so I think I'm going to brake early, let him go, and then try and swing it out all on the outside, not taking him out. Kind of made a bit of a mistake myself, going too far out of the track there, but that's alright, because I think Shoko tried to outbrake me into the... Oh, apparently you can't go on that. It slows you down. That was interesting. Not seen that before. Alright, guys, well, don't go on that right hand side just because it does take you out. Cutting the corner a little bit there, so I'm trying to find my feet for this section. Trying to just get all the way. See, I think what he did is hit the curb there, and that sent him spinning, which I think we've seen before on F1 2012. Sorry, on F1 11. As I said about other tracks where you've got massive curbs that just tend to send you off into some stupid frenzy of a spin. But sorry, this footage isn't particularly exciting, guys, and my commentary isn't either, because as I said, I haven't played this track before, and also it's been a bit of a weird day for it. So here I get one of those days where you just genuinely can't do a great deal right. That's going to be one of those days been for me. So anyway, guys, I won't bore you with that, but here we are for the third lap of this race. Got a clean lap there, 5 XP recovered. Ryo Case Divulco taking the fastest lap there, which is well deserved on his part, considering the fact that he overtook us. He just knows what he's doing. Some of these pros, guys, they can't match that. We've got most of the curves now. We've got pretty much all of it, or have all of it. So we've got Fernie 3008, so we can use half a bar of curves and then save half just for the pit straight. Might get us here, but that's okay, as we don't really mind if consider it's our first track. At least we don't get taken out. We do have that 10-second penalty, so he is going to be. I get hit from behind, which is a bit mean, but he does take a better line through that. I'm going to try and keep left so that he can take me. I'm going to break out this corner because I don't want to do a Master Hamilton situation. I think he sees the same there, although it looks as though I have actually done it. For fuck's sake, sorry, guys. It has been a mess. Right, hang on. I did get a penalty weirdly for that, which is kind of annoying considering that I should have done for that one. I apologise for that, guys. I will apologise to him later on. I'm sure I'm going to get some hate mail like I have before. Even though I try my best to be as nice as possible, which is more than a lot can be said about a lot of people on this. But as seen with there again, similar situation to what I was talking about in an earlier video with the whole, you know, the position that you actually see on your screen in comparison to where the game thinks you are. I guess it's a bit like a hit detection for the actual car itself is actually really poor on this game. You can be miles away and still hit someone and get a penalty for absolutely nothing. So there we are, guys. I think I'm going to be in 4th place or 5th place even after the 10-second penalty, but let's just get ready for the next one. Okay guys, so here we are for the second race of this episode. I kind of recorded a little bit late into that, so that's why I haven't seen much of the starting grid here, but there is actually 3 cars in this, but both the cars in front were actually pretty good drivers from the last race, so I was going to back out when I saw how small the lobby had got, but I thought, well, considering these guys are pretty damn good, I'm pretty sure they're both 42 and 46 level wise, considering I'm only 28 or something like that. I thought it might provide some pretty intense racing as long as I can try and keep up with them, so I thought I'd stick it out and see how it goes. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting one. But this is Silverstone, guys, another track that I've never really frequented in. You know, I usually vote for the Monzas and the Spas and things like that, things with tricky corners but also some nice apexes and nice corners, etc, etc. So so this is a bit different. And we've got a French guy, Flaunt, up ahead, breaking a little bit too early out of that, and then an English person, I think called like Fumi or something like that. So anyway, am I on the wrong pod? Oh no, I'm not. I thought I was on the wrong pod cam again. I keep doing that. I keep changing the camera for some reason. I think I said it's a triangle, some stupid reason. I can't remember what I used to have it on 11, and it seems to have messed it up a little bit. So I keep pressing it. But here we go, guys. Now on to the what was the first part, or was the first sector, now the third sector. It's a pretty technical one. I always, to be honest, I quite like it. I can never do it, but I quite like it. So we are losing a bit of time on these guys, which is alright. As I said, I'm going to try and keep them. I will scrap this footage if I can't keep up with them, but I said they were, you know, 42 and 46, and they were racing very cleanly and very nicely with each other, so I thought I'll stick it out with them and see what I can do. So caught with the Flaunt a little bit. Seems to have had a bit of a mess up. I'm going to brake early into it because I don't want to hit into the back of him. I've got a weird sort of lag going on at the moment, which is a bit strange, so it makes sense to try and turn the corner and my controller's not working. I don't know why or not. I did drop it a couple of minutes ago. I didn't hit it, I did drop it. But so we're going to feather it through here. We did brake a little bit, not brake it, sorry, we did lift a little bit into that, which is fine, just to try and get my line a bit better. Braking nicely, trying to hit the apex on the right hand side and then not use as much curb as Flaunt, but a little bit more than what Fumi used as far as I'm aware. So it doesn't look like first is going to be possible at the moment because the guy seems to be pretty rapid on his car. And as I said, they will have customized setups and things like that, but I'm just working with default at the moment. As I said, I don't want to have to mess about with it all. You know, so I do understand quite a bit of it. I do, you know, I said I frequent with cars quite a bit, so I enjoy that kind of thing. But sometimes you just can't be arsed. Just want to get out and racing. I mean, it doesn't always make sense. Like on 11, I think they had it might have even been this one where they had where you could have it 11 and 11 on aerodynamics and still be as quick as other things, and it was just pointless at the time. So I've kind of not sort of stayed away from it since then. So again, guys, so clean racing so far, braking for this bit but not this first bit of that, and then feathering it around here, trying to keep off the grass more than I am at the moment. I still can't seem to flick it in enough to get that right hand apex, which is fine. As I said, this is the first day playing it in a couple of days. I'm a bit out of stride at the moment. I can't even tell if I'm in the right camera, which is kind of annoying. Flaunt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking that a little bit slower than I did, but I'm still feathering it. Hopefully that isn't going to slow me down as much as it used to whilst going on that with F1 2012 slowdown feature. Try and hit the apex this time instead of just going straight over it like I did last time. We've got all the cars sticking together now, so staying in third, so it's not been too bad so far. It's been pretty close quarter racing, even if we haven't been able to get the chance to overtake somebody yet. Almost losing the back end a little bit there, which was a bit of a trouble, but coming in, Flaunt getting fastest lap now, trying to hit this apex on the right hand side, using a little bit too much of the curve and then throwing me off my position for this corner, which was a bit bad. But here we are, guys. We're going to try and not get penalised for corner cutting. They seem to be much quicker off the bat when coming through this corner at the moment. I'm not quite sure why, so I'm going to try and get in the slipstream of these guys, although I don't want to end up out of position for this next corner. It's pretty tricky. If you do it wrong, you can do what I've done and go way too wide, although I suppose it does give you a little bit more to use the momentum. It does send the Mercedes into a spin there, trying to avoid him as he breaks out of that, which is nice driving from him. We have got second, kind of non-legitimately at the moment, so he probably will take that back in a couple of minutes when I absolutely mess up this next sector and this next corner, because I still don't seem to be able to do it. I'm not going to brake. We are going to try and not hit that damn corner, which I keep doing, but and then we're going to try and just hit these apexes perfectly now. Sorry if I'm concentrating a little bit here, guys. We've got Flaunt ahead. You know, we should have been able to take from the last couple of laps. He hasn't been the greatest of drivers out of the three of us, even though that's a lot coming from me who's been in third and stayed in third. So Gonna try and cover the inside now, feathering it around, hoping that the Mercedes behind us doesn't take us out or doesn't overtake us. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't take us out. Hitting these apexes nicely now. So there we are, guys. I think we're going to come in second, unless of course Flaunt has a penalty for taking out Mercedes. But yeah, that was pretty interesting for a little free car race. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please.
Rolling stones of the rap game, not bragging. Look bigger than Jagger, not sagging. Spell it backwards, I'ma leave it at that. That ain't got nothing to do with rap. Check the facts, expose those cats who pose as heroes, take advantage of blacks. The government's gangsters, so cut the crap.